Hi, it is so good to have you part of the team. I'm Beth, as you know, but wanted to just introduce myself here over video, and I am really excited to welcome you. So, this is week 0. This is an onboarding week that I like to do with all of my new clients because this is just a lot of information coming at you, and it can be overwhelming. It can feel like a lot, and a lot of times it's new information, so maybe different habits and ways of thinking about things like macros that you might not have done in the past. And there's a little bit of a learning curve, and you know what? You shouldn't have to pay for that. So let's get comfortable with these things together. And this will also give me some of the insights that I need to help build your custom program so that you can hit the ground running on your real day one in about a week. So here's what you can expect to do this week. Step 1, get comfortable with those new apps. So first will be the EverFit app. This is our home, it is our hub, it is where everything we do together will live. This is where you're going to get your new coaching blocks from me every 6 to 10 weeks. This is where you are going to load your form video as you start to track how your progress is going during your training sessions. This is then also where we will message each other. Anytime you've got a question for me, how do I navigate this? This workout seems a little unusual. What about this particular move? You'll message me there, and that's how we'll communicate on a regular basis as well. Additionally, this is where your onboarding tasks will live. So you will see already, this is one of them to watch this video, some onboarding tasks to get us started to progress towards your true day one. So a few of those tasks are going to be getting my Fitness Pal set up. This is where we're going to start tracking your macros. So for now, I want you to just get comfortable. Get comfortable with this app if you haven't been used it before. Get comfortable with the concept of macros versus calories. Reminder is calories tells us how much we're eating, but macros tell us what fuel and what combination of fuel are we putting into my body and how does that make me feel and perform, which is what's more important to us than end of day how many calories we had. So it's a bit of a new way of thinking. It's a bit of a new way of tracking as well. So we are gonna just start understanding what it is that you're eating and how much of it. And I don't want you to change anything now. Don't start dieting. Don't start worrying, oh, coach is going to see that I had some wine. You can see I got a full bar behind me. Do what you do. Just track it. So that's step 1. The next is we're going to take some initial baseline data. So this is going to come in the form of your weight. Would like you to start tracking that and putting it into the app daily. We're going to start getting comfortable using this as a data point and not something to attach any kind of emotion to, because ultimately you're going to start to see some really interesting trends. You had a bad week of sleep, your weight might creep up. You've had a meal out, your weight might creep up, but it might not be because of the additional calories. It's because of the salty food and you're retaining water. So it starts to become this thing that you can emotionally disconnect with, and using that as a data point is something we'll get comfortable with. You'll also take your baseline measurements. We will be measuring these 4 portions of your body weekly. We're going to do your waist, your hips, around your chest, and your right upper thigh. It's just a weekly metric, again, a data point. And often you'll see changes there before you'll see any changes on the scale. Next, progress photos. So I'm going to ask you to take your baseline photos. You will always be doing 3 photos per week, a full view from the front, a view from the side, and a view from behind. You've probably seen these photos all over social media before. Yours will not be on social media unless you choose to put them there, but this is something we'll get comfortable doing. You know what? It's gonna feel a little icky the first time, I admit. Nobody likes to look at these photos themselves, I promise you. You're gonna be so glad you have them though when you start to see that transformation. So go ahead and take them, cringe if you need to, take them, upload them, and forget them, but you're gonna be glad you have those eventually. Then there are going to be a couple of resources for you to review. So I'm going to ask you to just learn a couple of principles around things like RPE, rate of perceived exertion. So to think about how are we measuring how hard or how challenging or how intense our training is. So we'll talk more about that as we move forward. So anyway, you will see a series of tasks. I'd love you to message me if you see something and you go, you know what, I looked at this resource, but I have a couple of questions. Let's talk about it along the way so that you get comfortable. Also, feel free to save this video and refer back to it at any time if you just want a little recap of what we're going to do. So lastly, try to keep on tabs with the schedule as best as possible in this week. If you want to get ahead and you're really excited and you just want to pound through things, go for it. But at least try to stick with the rhythm of the latest date it is scheduled. And what that does is allows me to, for example, look at your form videos early enough to know that when I create a program, and let's say you have a challenge with a right knee surgery you've recently had, it'll make sure that I am accounting for that and accommodating for that in the program I build for you. And then also starting to track those macros. Your first 3 to 5 days of what you're doing now are gonna help me set your target macros. And then we're gonna look at how we adjust those week to week to week as needed as we move forward in the program. So message me if any questions come up, message me if you've got concerns with the schedule or if something's not gonna work because you're traveling, etc. We'll work through it together. But anyway, again, so excited to have you here, and I'm here for anything you need.